Hello and welcome to the Vegan Corner. Even though we really enjoy sinking our teeth into preparations that require a lot of time and effort to complete, we also love the beauty of being able to create stunningly healthy and delicious meals with a minimal amount of effort, which is exactly why we are giving you this recipe today. So without further ado, let's get straight to the recipe. To begin with, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is about 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, time to chop a few ingredients, starting with the aubergine or eggplant. The second most amazing thing about this dish, apart from it being ridiculously easy to make, is that we are going to chop the vegetables into large pieces, meaning that even if you are not a samurai, you can still prepare this dish perfectly. Next, simply proceed with the other vegetables, and chop them or dice them so that they are the same size as the aubergine. The good thing is that on the days you are feeling wild, you can make large chunks, but if you fancy being a little tamer, then you can make smaller 1 cm half an inch cubes. You see, aren't we being kind to all of you creatives out there? Once the chopping is complete, transfer the aubergine, the peppers, the zucchini, the sweet potatoes, the onions, the tomatoes, the garlic, the salt, the dried herbs, and the fresh basil into a bowl, and mix the ingredients by hand to properly disperse the seasoning. Once that's done, take a square oven dish and add in the water, followed by the mixed vegetables. The dish doesn't actually have to be square, it's just the one we had, which by the way is 8 inches or 20 centimeters large. Now, level the vegetables and randomly add the tomato sauce on top of them. For this recipe, we are using both our own herb mix and tomato sauce, the recipes for which are linked in the description below and in the cards. However, feel free to use any sauce and dried herb you desire, knowing that oregano works really well. You can now pop the dish into the preheated oven and cook the veggies for exactly 15 minutes. Once the time has elapsed, remove the dish from the oven and stir the vegetables. Sweet potatoes take a little longer than the other vegetables to cook, so while stirring, do your best to place them at the bottom of the pan, where they will cook faster and more evenly due to the presence of the water. Now, simply place the dish back into the oven and cook the veggies for another 15 minutes. Basically, you want to cook the dish for 1 hour in total, stirring it every 15 minutes. Not a very demanding process, as you can see. At the end of the last 15 minutes of the cooking time, the vegetables will be ready, and you don't need to stir them again unless you want to obtain a specific final look. At the end of the cooking process, you will find yourself in front of one of the easiest and most delicious aromatic dishes ever invented. The only thing that remains to be done before you dig in is to let the dish cool down a bit. Due to its subtle and non-overpowering nature, this recipe can be paired with pretty much any other savory dish. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Vegan Corner. Please don't forget to hit the like button before closing the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next recipe.